Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So let's continue to judge the apple. And yesterday, I got one comment, and this comment said, Honeycrisp is the best. So I was thinking I need to try the Honeycrisp to to make the number 4 of the series of judging apples. It seems I'm making a living out of judging apples. What a miserable life. And so I went to the store, and this store is Piazza, Piazza, Piazza. And it's also a family, I think it's also a family-owned independent store. It's not a big chain store, not like Safeway, Costco, Nob Hill, this kind of shop. It's an independent family store. This kind of store, sometimes they are expensive, but they have quite a selective choice, especially salad, and fruits. They have many or much more varieties, many more varieties of apple than other places. So they have Fuji, they have Gala, they have Delicious, Red Golden Delicious, Cosmic Crisp, all these Pink Lady, all these normal variety, and they have something different also. And so I found Honeycrisp. And I bought this Honeycrisp, and I found another one, Jonah Gold. It seems a little bit too hard. And one good thing about apple is that it stays very long. You can leave it 1 week, 2 weeks, and it just stays almost forever. If an apricot, it will be rotten. If a banana, it's just become dark color, but apple just keeps good. So we have Honeycrisp, and this one is Cosmic Crisp Kenzie, and this one is Wild Twist. And as I was going there to buy, as I do the checkout, I bought 3 apples. One this, one Jonah Gold, 3. Only 3 apples, because I do tasting. I do not need to buy too many, and they are not that expensive for fruits and things, and it's just better quality. So the other day I went to Bianchini, and one friend said, "Oh, that brings back a memory. I used to walk there, and every lunch I go there, salad bar, deli, to buy a sandwich." And it is true. They live in they have a lot of things, because the store is so pretty, so well presented. You feel it's expensive. But I think for these particular things, they are not expensive. They have more variety. If you want to buy just this kind of apple and get a very, very well presented and very well preserved, very well taken care of apple and fruits, you get better price. If you go to a place that sells less of these, it might be more expensive. And charcutier also had cheese, mortadella, bologna. What else? Sorpresa, pancetta. Those kind of things are much less expensive in this kind of shop. So I went to Bianchini, Zanotto, Lunardi, Piazza, and I found any of these names with sounds a little bit Italian names. For some reason, they have more choice in charcutier. They have pancetta, they have head cheese, they have pâté campagne, those kind of things, much more choice. And I also checked Whole Food. They have mostly local, or some from Petaluma, some from Berkeley. I live in California. So local American charcutier ham. So it's local ham. And they are not less expensive. They are quite expensive. Anyway, yeah, it's a fair price, let's say. Its price is, if you buy only 1 or 2 slices, the price is not that much. So if you buy something small, then this is the place. And if the store's name with sounds a little bit Anglophone, Anglo-Saxon phone, something like Molly Stone, something like Draeger. They have less head cheese, this kind of bizarre meat. And I like those bizarre meat. Anyway, if you know any of these good stores' name, I am very interested. As you can see, my life is like this. From time to time, I am interested in one thing, and after a couple of weeks or months, I get interested in another thing. So always curious, and this is my fatal weakness. I cannot keep long on anything, but I am at this age. What do I need, right? I do not need to work too hard. I do not need to work hard. Just to relax, right? I just want to live my life. So I went to Piazza. I bought this Honeycrisp, and I bought this one, and I bought Jonah Gold. And as I was checking out, the man who helped with the checkout, check the price, check the check the sticker, check the brand and everything. And he said, "Ooh, that's a good apple. This is Macoun, Macoun, Macoun." And I said, "I do not know about it. This is the first time I notice it. I know this." And he said, "This one, the Macoun, is a little bit like the Macintosh." The other time, one friend mentioned about Macintosh, and it's sweet. I forgot what he said, but he said this is a good choice. Not so many people find it. I said I just want to have something new and different. So this is Macoun. Let me check online. Macoun, not Macron, not French president. Macoun, Macron apple. Macoun are a cross between the Macintosh and the Jersey Black cultivator. Oh, it is Jersey Black and Macintosh, Macoun, after the varieties namesake. Canadian horticulture. Oh, Canadian horticulturalist W.T. Macoun. Macoun, or Macoun. Okay, shall we try this one first? I'm very curious. So Johannesburg, another time. Macoun. This time. I feel it could be sandy, grainy, mealy, and which with each see, you can see, so white. I do not want you to see me cutting it. It's comparatively, this is not crispy, if I say. See, you can see the molecule. You can see the molecule, kind of each individual molecule. Macoun, not many stores sells it, and I bought in Piazza. I don't know if you have eaten Macintosh, and this one really, you feel the Macintosh in it. It's lightweight and comparatively not so juicy, but still, how do I say it? It's not like biting into a stone. It's biting into something that you can, biting into an apple, biting into red delicious kind of apple, but it has more taste, a little bit more sourness, spiciness. The acidity make it interesting. And also, this kind of apple is good for cooking. Now I can understand, because it's mealy, because it's grainy, because it's sandy. So you can see each molecule particle, you may say molecule or particle, each small element is relatively big. So and the boundary of it, the skin of that molecule seems thick, stronger. So when you eat into it, you almost feel eat into each little grain of it. And because the packaging, the wrapping of that molecule is relatively strong. So when you cook it, it is better to keep its shape. Does it make sense? And it's easy to keep its shape, and easy to keep its integrity, because each of the small elements is more individualist, is more strong. And in comparison with some crispy apple, which you bite into it as if you bite into a stone, or bite into a cold frozen water, ice, and each of the small molecules are relatively small and weak, and it's all water and juice combined. Some people like it, which is not my taste, but I can understand. And when you bite into it, it's everything break up. And because the molecules are less strong, weaker, so when you bake it, the water comes out, so it loses its shape. Makes sense, right? I think I can become a science explainer, or a science fallacy story maker. Let me try it again. I like it. Yeah. Now we will try Honeycrisp. I do not want to cut it in front of you. This is my secret. Oh, this is relatively yellow, right? Yeah. This is Honeycrisp. Let's try it. You can feel it's quite crispy. And it's hard. It's heavy, it's hard, because of the juice in it. Okay. We will try it, and we make a comparison. The yellow one is Honeycrisp. I think I can understand why you like it, because it does have, comparing these two, it has more character, more acidity, and yeah, and it's fresher. It feels refreshing, fresher, and crispier. Yeah, Honeycrisp. Maybe the name comes from it. Sweet and crisp. And this one, the Macintosh or Macoon, are more subtle, nuance, and my personal preference in this kind of texture. And so far, the texture, I like this Arkansas Black almost the best so far. Maybe I will try some different. And Red Delicious start to lose its glory. And Red Delicious, I need to tell the story. Red Delicious. So I need to tell the story. Red delicious. And in Chinese, we translate red is 红 di li 蛇果 地梨蛇果 果 delicious fruit. 果 is fruit. So it was translated red 地梨蛇果, the red delicious. So it's a sound pronunciation. 地 is earth, 梨 is, these are just, 梨 is centimeter, does not have meaning. But 蛇 is snake. This is for the sound, 地梨. And 蛇 is snake. In Chinese, the meaning is snake. So it borrow the sound of snake. Red delicious. 红地梨蛇果. It's 5 words. It's so difficult to pronounce, right? So they call it in Hong Kong, they translate in this way, and they say it in a short way, 蛇果. 红地梨, just to shorten it. It's like William is usually you say the name William as a short name Bill, right? And Elizabeth can be Lizzie or Liz or something like it, right? There is a short way. So Red Delicious in a short way is 蛇果. A lot of people who does not speak English or who does not understand Cantonese, and just suddenly 蛇果 these words come out, people will think in Beijing it's snake fruit. And it sells very, very expensive. First, it has a fancy name. Second, it is coming from America, and it's imported. And in China, the fruit import tax is very high. The custom duty is very high. Every country has their way of protecting local business, local industry, local agriculture, right? Our way, I do not know how much the import tax exactly, but there is import tax, and it's come from America. So the price is just raised very, very expensive. It's almost 10 times, many times more delicious than the Chinese red delicious. Red delicious is an international variety. It's an international, very well planted, very well spread kind of a species or a variety. In China, we have it. We call it 红香蕉, red delicious. Just the same red delicious. In Chinese, we call it 红香蕉, red banana. And in America, it's called red delicious. And then this red delicious translated into Chinese becomes snake fruit. And because of the fancy name, because of the import, it becomes very expensive. And because it's expensive, people want to buy it. I'm not talking about poor people like me. I'm talking about the people who are rich, who are well off. And the people who are well off like to spend money to show they have money. It's the same as in America, anywhere in the world. They just have money and they do not have brain, and they spend money, right? There are these kind of people. It's a little bit like Zlatan. And there was one time a journalist asked him, you moved to LA, do you have furnitures? And he said, I do not have furniture. My wife will go to buy it. I can just go to IKEA to buy it. I forgot if he said his wife or not. But anyway, he said, I will go to IKEA to buy it, IKEA to buy it. And then the journalist, not journalist, the real estate said, but rich people do not buy from IKEA. And Zlatan said, but smart people buy. Smart people buy IKEA. Yeah, when you have brain, you know. You use your brain, not use your money. And a lot of people use their money because they do not have brain. So they use money to cover up their intelligence, right? Anyway, a little bit. Okay, anyway, so the snake fruit or red delicious become very expensive and even more expensive and become so exotic. Yeah, China has quite something. Another thing is cherries. Cherry in Chinese is 樱桃, and 樱桃, it's a very common fruit in China, and because it's very common, and when I was young, it's one of the cheapest thing. You have 1 cent, 10 cents, you get a basket of it, something like it. It's wild, it's organic. It's never put any pollution. It's coming from the wild. And then China start to import. There are some companies start to import American cherry, maybe some Rainier cherry or Bing cherry. I forgot which brand. Maybe Bing cherry, imported, and they translate into 车厘子 cherries. 车厘子, also a fancy name. Who does not make a fancy translation? Just the sound of the sound of this fruit, but does not have any real meaning, and it becomes so exotic, and something like 100 yuan or $10, $100 to buy a small basket. So there was another Chinese saying they called 车厘子自由. 车厘子自由. It's a cherry freedom. Do you know the meaning? 自由, cherries. Cherries, freedom. That means you are financially have confidence, have freedom. You do not even need to worry. You can buy these cherries because it's so expensive. Normal people like I cannot buy, but you and you can buy it because you have a lot of money. Get the meaning? It's kind of hard to explain because a lot of time people do not use their brain, and if you use normal logic to try to explain something illogic, it's just burns my brain. My brain is almost fused. Anyway, so that's the apple story. If you like, we can keep on this judging apple, which is we do not judge people. Yes, we do not judge people, but we judge apple. Because we cannot judge people, so we can judge apple. Apple does not have a voice so far. Anyway, I will be in trouble. And through judging apple, I can talk about some strange things in different places of the world. Maybe next time talk about Brazil, talk about France, talk about Australia, other places where I have lived, or India. Anyway, bye bye friends. I love you. I really do. Do. Goodbye. Yeah, bye.